When you create an amazing YouTube video, one of the smartest and quickest ways to get some great exposure is to promote it on your Instagram feed. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of this video for a special gift. Hi, I'm Jeannie Wilson with Six Figure Business Coaching, and I have always loved helping small businesses better market their business and teach them how to outsource tasks to a virtual assistant. So whether you're doing this marketing yourself or having your virtual assistant do it, this video is going to be helpful for both of you. So let's get to it. Our members love how much time, energy, and frustration they save by not only repurposing one piece of content to create tons of content, but also because they can simply show the system to their virtual assistant and the two of them can implement it right away. If you want to know more about our Outsourcing for Bosses program, you can just click the link below and book a call with us, and we'll be happy to tell you all about it. So the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is a really easy way to get quote cards from your video. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to use this video and we're going to download the transcription. So if I click on these three dots and click open transcript, this is the transcription for the whole video. So I can also click here and say toggle timestamps if I don't want the timestamps there. So then I am going to highlight it and Command C. Then you can just open a text document and Command V to paste it in there. So now let's have a look at this. This is going to be some gold in here. So I'm going to go Command A to select it all. And then I'm going to just make it a little bit bigger so you can see it better. Okay, so let's see if we can find a few quotes in here. I got one right here. I believe that hiring and outsourcing is the quickest way to scale your business. It's also a really key way to stay happy in your business. Here's another one we can use. Definition of outsourcing is when you hire someone who has a very unique and specific skill. And that's not necessarily a quote, but it can be a definition. These are things that we're going to use and we're going to use in Canva to create cards for our Instagram feed. And I'm going to show you how to do that in just a minute. So we're going to pull out, let's see how many got. We've got 1, 2, 3. Let's pick one more. So this is a really good one we can use as a question. I'd love to know when you started outsourcing tasks, and we can ad-lib this a little bit, outsourcing tasks in your business. Did you do it when you started your business or later on? So those are things we're going to use right now. So here we are over in Canva, and we're going to click Create a Design. We're going to go to Instagram post. So if you've seen any of my videos before, on the left-hand side, you know that this is your navigation. And on the right-hand side is obviously your palette where we're going to design this. And there's already some great ideas in here that you can use for layouts, which I love. And we're obviously looking for one that just has text. So I like how colorful this one is. Now you're going to want to use whatever branded colors and fonts that you have for your business, because we want this to look like it's part of your business. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do is go over here and let's pull out a quote. I'm going to copy that, Command C. I'm going to come over here, I'm going to highlight this text, and I'm going to Command V, paste it. So you can see it's a little too big. So we can make it smaller. Oops. I'm going to highlight all of it. Way too small. And really, we probably want to pick a font that we're definitely going to use. So over here, it's really nice when you have the Pro version, because the first fonts that show up over here are fonts that are part of our branding. So we got a nice easy way to grab those. And I'm going to change this to Source Sans Pro, which is one of our fonts. And then I'm going to put a squiggly line here and put Kirsten Graham. our name down at the bottom. That's usually where we put people's names when we are going to quote them. And I can put quotes in here. Now I just said that. Quotes. Quote. I'm going to move that down. Okay, so I like how that looks. Actually, I'm going to link these two together. If I select both of them and go up here and click on group, I'm going to just move that up a little bit. Now I'm just going to alter these colors a little bit because they're not really our branded colors. And I think I can put our branded colors in here and still make it look good. So I can see this overlaps a little bit, so maybe that's a little too dark. Maybe I'll use the lighter one there so you can see it better and the darker one there. So there you go. Now we have our first quote card. That wasn't so hard. So now let's add a page and let's pick another one. I do like these, which is actually meant to be a quote, but we're going to make sure that we're consistent with some of our colors so that we can keep our branding consistent. I feel like these two go together well because you can see the kind of rounded look of some of these images, and this has kind of a rounded look. So let's go back to our text document. And we'll pick out and we're going to change this to one of our fonts. I'm going to paste that there. And she said hiring and outsourcing. Hiring and outsourcing is a really key way to stay happy in your business. So you can see that the transcription isn't always perfect. So we can do some editing as we need to. And then I'm going to change this to and then I'm going to change the color on that to one of our colors, and I'm going to make this quote up here our color as well, and then the background, instead of that peach color, I'm going to use our purple. Now I could do, instead of the purple, I could do the dark green because I feel like that kind of looks a little more consistent. And then this has a background color. When I click there, I can see right here. So that's there. So maybe we'll use that same background color on here. Right there. So then they look consistent. So you can kind of see, now we could change this to the light purple if you wanted to. Because the first image doesn't have any white in it. Or we could change this to the cream color and then maybe make the background purple. So there's just an infinite number of ways to do this. Again, you're going to want to make it consistent with your brand, but we did that in what, just a couple minutes. So that is the simplest way to turn your video by using the transcriptions and turn it into some quote cards that you can now download and use in your Instagram feed. And you're going to want to do that here by clicking download. And you can select the pages and hit done, and then go ahead and download those and save those. Now, the other thing that you could do with this is you can show this video to your virtual assistant, and this will explain to them how they can take your transcription and download it for you. And then either you or your virtual assistant can pull some quotes out of there, can pull some definitions, can pull some text that you can then turn into content for your Instagram feed. What I've done here is I've opened up iMovie, and we are going to go to File, Import Media. I'm going to scroll down and grab the video. There it is. And import it. And go ahead and drag it down here. And then extend it up here. And I can play the beginning.
I'm often asked, when's the best time to outsource or hire a virtual assistant?
Okay, so we could cut it right there.
And we can get sidelined and end up not growing our businesses the way we know we should and the way we know we can.
Because we know that we can only have a 60-second video clip, no more than that, for Instagram. So we could go ahead and actually in here, you just hit split clip, delete this, file, share, file. All these settings are good. Hit next. And then we just save it in here. So now we have, in just a couple minutes, we now have a video clip that we can upload to Instagram and turn it into a post on Instagram. And it can be a teaser video. What I normally do is do just what I showed you, which is take the beginning of the video to make a teaser for Instagram. Because the beginning of the video kind of usually tells you what the video is going to be about. So it is a little bit of a tease to understand what's coming next. Because that's what you want. You want them to see the teaser on Instagram, and then you want to send them to YouTube so they'll watch your full video and they'll subscribe to your channel. Now, if this were a video where it was like the top 3 tips or the top 5 tips, you could actually record or you could edit each one of those tips as a separate movie or as a separate teaser, and you could use each one of those clips on Instagram as a post. And you could then, in the captions, you could put, watch the full video on our YouTube channel to see all of the tips. So you could turn this one video into, tons and tons of content for Instagram. Then the last thing I'm going to talk about is IGTV. Because what you can do is you can so I just hit 2 undos and I just undid, the cutting that we did before. Instagram IGTV videos can be up to 10 minutes long. So you can take a video, actually we could show this whole video because it's only 9 minutes and 49 seconds, you can see right there. But what we want to do is we want to take out the elements of this video that where we talk about certain things that are just on YouTube. So if someone's watching this on Instagram, they're not going to want to see, go ahead and click the like button. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this video, because they're going to go, well, there is no thumbs up. How am I going to do that? So you're going to want to go through here and edit out anything that is relative to, specifically to YouTube.
That's what they need to do. Like I said, it's not one size fits all. In the comments below, I'd love to know when you started outsourcing tasks. Did you do it when you started your business or a little later on? Or maybe you're not there yet. We love to hear what's going on with you and your business.
Now that clip you can actually keep in here because it just says comment below. When we recorded it initially, we were thinking about YouTube, but because that's not YouTube specific, you can go ahead and leave that on there. Okay, so right here,
our clients higher. The next question I'm often asked are, what tasks can we outsource, or what tasks can our virtual assistant do? And I will actually link a video. It'll either go, actually, I won't link a video. My video editor will link a video either here or here. So as you can see the honesty here, I'm not going to link it. I don't even know which side it'll go on, but I promise he will link a video that talks about the different tasks that you can outsource. Because I think when you start looking at...
So you could either cut that clip out, or you could put in the caption, be sure to check out our video, our other video on YouTube when you head over to YouTube. I'm specifically looking for the subscribe.
So I'm Kirsten Graham with Six Figure Business Coaching, and we're here to help people just like you start and build successful businesses. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel.
Okay, so this is what we're going to want to cut out.
Already.
So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, because I can see down here is the audio in the blue, and I can see where she pauses, and that's probably where I want to cut it.
If you haven't already, please.
So I can right click and split this clip.
If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel each week when we post a new video.
And then I can go here and click split clip. And then I can delete that. And then we'll see how it looks.
People just like you start and build successful businesses. Okay, so my definition of...
Oops, so we need to just cut that little tiny bit out because it still said get notified. So we'll split the clip again. Click on that, delete it.
Start and build successful businesses. So my definition of outsourcing.
There you go. So that doesn't look too bad. But that's what I said. You want to pull out any of the sections that are relevant to YouTube, and then you can download this and then upload it to Instagram stories. So now you've got another part of Instagram and more content to use so that people can find you, so that they can see your videos, so that they can like what you've got going on. Now, don't forget, some of the things that we've talked about today are things that you don't necessarily have to do, but that you can show to your virtual assistant and have them take care of it. However, if you don't have one or don't think you can afford it, be sure to check out our video, 10x your business with a virtual assistant. We would love to know, are you currently repurposing your YouTube video on other platforms? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.